Welcome to the final part of this 5-part devotional series on faith, the substance and evidence. In this part, we consider how God equips us with measured faith and the necessary gifts to carry out His work. Romans 12 verse 3 tells us that God has dealt to every man a measure of faith. Our faith is apportioned according to the work that God has equipped us to do, using the gifts that He has given us. Faith grows into faithfulness at different rates. Paul warns us not to think of ourselves better than another person because we are parts of one body seeking a common harvest. It's also up to us to make the investment and seek out suitable environments or conditions for our faith to grow rather than remain stagnant. Consider the parable of the talents. The master tested the servants' willingness to invest and grow what was entrusted to them regardless of the size. In the same way, our faith will be tested in order that it would grow. Consider Jesus' use of the refrain, "Ye of little faith," as a rebuke and yet as encouragement. Remember this excerpt from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount reported in Matthew 6 verse 30? "And if God cares so wonderfully for wildflowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, He will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith?" Remember what Jesus said during the storm which occurred when He and the disciples were at sea soon after the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 8:26? Jesus responded, "Why are you afraid? You have so little faith." Then He got up and rebuked the wind and waves, and suddenly there was a great calm. Remember what Jesus said after He heard the disciples arguing with each other when they realized they had forgotten to bring bread with them? Matthew 16:7-10 reads, "At this they began to argue with each other because they hadn't brought any bread." Jesus knew what they were saying, so He said, "You have so little faith. Why are you arguing with each other about having no bread? Don't you understand even yet? Don't you remember the 5,000 I fed with 5 loaves and the baskets of leftovers you picked up? Or the 4,000 I fed with 7 loaves and the large baskets of leftovers you picked up?" As we conclude this series, be encouraged. We have been given a measure of faith that will be tested to ensure that we develop and grow. Regardless of the size of the measure, that seed of faith is evidence that a work of God was started and more is still to be done. That seed of faith substantiates the truth that He has already blessed us, provided for us, and equipped us to carry out His good works here on earth until we expire or He returns. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But if we hope for what is still unseen by us, we wait for it with patience and composure. Faith, the substance and evidence.